one of the worst things you can possibly hear in your life is that you fell off. But this video is going to explain to you exactly why falling off doesn't exist, but most importantly, how men in their 20s are falling off. Do you understand that? It's not possible to fall off, but you're able to fall off. Okay, so here's what I mean. If you notice, right, throughout the years, everyone loves something related to entertainment. Movies, TV shows, sports, could be scrolling Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. I don't care what it is. We all love entertainment. And there's nothing wrong with entertainment. But the problem is that men in their 20s, they start to develop an addiction to entertainment. And that's the problem. Because guess what, man? Watching a football game with your boys on a Sunday, it's not going to ruin your life. I promise you that. But it's when it becomes an addiction for you. And you get your sense of identity from whether or not your team won over the weekend and whether or not the rest of your week is going to be ruined. That's a problem. And that needs to be addressed. Now, the main question that you should be asking yourself is like, why does this happen? And the reason why it happens is because men lose their purpose and they end up assigning it to entertainment. So here's the thing. Think about it this way. For me, right? I have some big goals. Like some big goals, right? And one of them is to help people make more money online. That's one of my main goals that I want to have. Another one would be starting a long-term, like real, like I don't want to say passion projects, but like a real purposeful e-commerce brand as well, right? Two things that I know are part of my purpose, whether that happens this second or down the line, right? I'm working towards that. So that's what's on my mind a majority of the day. But if I didn't have those things, then what would be part of my purpose, right? I mean, sure, like obviously God is part of my purpose. Serving God is part of my purpose. I'm not always perfect with it, right? But we almost like don't realize that without that like main North Star to work towards, we almost can get easily distracted without even realizing it. And I think that's exactly why a lot of dudes end up turning right to sports. They end up turning to porn. They end up turning to a bunch of bullshit that doesn't serve them. A lot of the career guys, these career 9-to-5ers who absolutely love their job. Dude, if that's true, awesome. But if there's a little kid crying for help because he really wants to be a basketball player, a piano player, influencer, and he's being shut out because corporate 9-to-5 is safer, this is why you end up falling off. Because you end up drinking too much. You end up overeating. Coping with the fact that you're not actually pursuing the fact that you want to be a piano player. The fact that you want to be an influencer. Or whatever. I hope this is coming full circle for you guys. So the reason why men fall off in their 20s is because they develop an addiction to entertainment. The reason why they develop an addiction to entertainment is because they lose their purpose. Growing up, I wanted to be a baseball player. An MLB baseball player so bad. My baseball career, it ended up ending, right? I moved on from it. What happened though? I sought out to find another purpose. I've never been the guy who assigned sports or entertainment as my purpose. I've had days where I've scrolled too much. I've had days where I watched too much entertainment, but I know in the back of my mind that long term, my goal is to help people make more money online. My goal is to have a profitable, real, purposeful e-commerce brand that's like a passion project but isn't. There's a whole bunch of other shit. Retire my parents, set myself up, have a family. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. But there's a very clear difference between enjoying sports on the weekend, enjoying an occasional scroll, and assigning them as your purpose. Freaking out when you go to work on Monday and being pissed in a miserable mood for the rest of the week because your team lost. Tweeting. I know some of you fuckers have anon accounts on Twitter, and you're literally just spewing bullshit out, commenting on a bunch of shit, commenting on Instagram. Fucking bullshit. Posting other dudes on your story when they hit home runs. Been there, bro. That was part of me. What I'm saying is put that to the side in terms of it being on the forefront of your mind 24/7 and start putting your purpose at the front of your mind. If you don't know it, it's totally fine. You can really just start writing down ideas. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is break out a fucking notes app on your phone and start writing shit out, right? For example, for me, I want to help people make money online. I want a purposeful e-commerce brand, not just a regular drop shipping brand. I want a Lamborghini Revuelto. I don't even know if that's how you say it. I want a Bugatti. I want a family. I want, financial freedom. I want geographical freedom. List it all out, bro. List all that shit out. And eventually what you'll do is you're going to start getting a clear idea of what you want and what you don't want. And then since you actually have it right in front of your face, you can slowly but surely start to navigate like what your purpose might be or what it might look like. But in all reality, you're never going to find a purpose if you just watch entertainment all day, if you get addicted to entertainment all day. If you get addicted to your girlfriend, bro, that's another reason why most men fall off in their 20s. They get addicted to their girlfriend. It's like they can't live without her. It's like their second mom. You don't want that shit. You're a man. You have dick and balls. If you have dick and balls, you can literally take over the entire world, bro. You're the most powerful being on this planet. You're God's highest form of creation. Don't nuke yourself because you just don't want to take 3 seconds to think about your purpose or what you really want in life. You're better than that. We're all better than that. And believe me, bro, I've been there. I've been in the depths of like needing to hang out with my girlfriend every weekend, right? And then I dumped her and got into crypto and lost 20K. But like, you understand what I mean? It's part of the process. Part of the process of finding a higher purpose. Connecting yourself with God. Not letting the worldly be your purpose. Not letting a sports team be your purpose. Not letting a musician be your purpose. Consuming their music. Dumb. You're better than that. I'm better than that. We're all better than that. What it really comes down to is making sure that you're setting yourself up for the short term, the medium term, and the long term. But if you're distracted in the now, then you'll never have an opportunity to think anywhere past next week, let alone think clearly. Because your mind's going to be on whether or not the Giants are going to fucking win another game this year. But believe me, it's stupid. It doesn't make sense. All right? Guys, I hope that helped. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link to book a call with me in my bio right here. If you want to improve your mindset, if you want to talk about improving your life, book a call. Just make sure you're not driving. But other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.